The father of a Marine killed in action, forced to pay more than $16,000 to a group that protested his son's funeral. At the burial of Lance Corporal Matthew SNYDER, members of Westboro Baptist Church showed up holding anti-gay signs. His father sued, but after winning the initial court battle, the ruling was flipped. With us now is Matthew's father, Albert, and his lawyer, Sean Summers. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Gretchen.
First of all, Mr. SNYDER, no parent can understand the pain that you have gone through in losing your child, so our hearts go out to you for that. I know that your son was killed in action in 2006. And then you had to endure the horrible pain of these kooks from the Westboro Baptist Church, who, by the way, are not really from any kind of a church as we know it in America, who come to the funeral and protest, and you took them to court. What happened then?
Well, we took them to court in October of 2007, and the verdict came down. We had won the judgment. The court awarded $10.9 million, and at a later date, it was reduced to $5 million.
Then the appeals court got involved, right? And now they have said they've reversed the decision completely, saying that you actually owe the Westboro Baptist Church people $16,500, right, Mr. Summers? You are the attorney here. He now has to pay, your client has to pay these church members for their legal fees.
That's correct, Gretchen. Mr. Snyder is required to pay the Phelps and the Westboro Baptist Church the court cost associated with the appeal.
And both of you thought that that was crazy, so you decided to file a petition with the Supreme Court. It's my understanding that they have agreed to hear this case?
The Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case, yes.
And obviously you have optimistic beliefs that they will once again reverse this decision?
Yes, we're optimistic and we're hopeful that the Supreme Court won't allow this group of people to run around the country and harass grieving families.
Mr. SNYDER, I don't know if you had a chance to see the O'Reilly factor last night, but Bill O'Reilly believes that this case is so crazy that he has agreed to pay your legal fees. What would you like to say to Mr. O'Reilly?
Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. The worst part about the whole situation is now they're going after the local court where the decision was made, and they're going after me for about $90,000 there. So we're hoping that the lower courts hold that off until after the Supreme Court hears it.
Mr. SNYDER, obviously the last thing you want to do after losing your child is get embroiled in some sort of a legal battle. Why did you do this?
It started out in the beginning, it was because of Matt. I didn't want anybody to degrade him like that, but over the course of time, it's because of the other families that I've talked to that have gone through the same thing. I've had families tell me that, you know, they get the initial shock from someone coming to the door and telling them that, and within an hour, the first thing they're thinking of is, oh my God, are these people going to come to his funeral? And nobody should have to go through that during that time of their life.
And I know you say
so
you're
now,
Go ahead, sir.
Now I think it's, you know, it's about Matt still, but it's more about, you know, we're in two wars. Kids are still coming home in boxes, and I'm not going to give up this fight.
Well, either is your attorney, Sean Summers, who is taking this to the Supreme Court. We will continue to follow this case, and we appreciate you bringing the story to Fox and Friends this morning. Mr. Albert SNYDER and Sean Summers, thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen.